guys, welcome to 3's Company. And we have here today Lil Brittany Tron. How you say it, Brittany? Tron or Tron?
Wrong.
Tron, Lil Brittany Tron. In today's episode, we are talking about what is required to keep your relationship healthy. And since y'all been so nosy always in Brittany business, guess what? We're going to find out right here today. And you're all tuned in here on 3's Company. I'm so weak. But yeah, y'all. So look, we got Brittany here today. We talking about what is required to keep your relationship healthy. So, okay, you married, right, Brittany?
Right.
She's married. So, yes, Brittany definitely knows how to, keep a relationship healthy. Is she married? How long you been married, Brittany?
Going on 3 years.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, she definitely got a lot that we got to talk about, a lot that we could discuss because I ain't never been married, but I've been with my boyfriend for 7 years. So, when I do get a man, I know how to keep one. We'll just put it like that. But, yeah. So, my first question is, what would you say has kept your relationship healthy or your marriage healthy?
So I think what's kept my relationship or marriage healthy is the fact that we can be open and honest with each other. I feel like in a lot of relationships, people are not open and honest about the things that they like, the things that they want. It can always cause conflict. And, they start, seeking the things they want in other people or doing other things. And most of the time they start cheating.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you don't, I feel like if you don't stay in tune with me, then I'm definitely going to cheat.
Like, yeah, I think it just depends on, like, what aspect you're actually referring to. Because when I say, like, people are not able to be honest with themselves, this is like, we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but, like, being poly. A lot of men and a lot of women want to be in relationships with other people, but they don't know how to approach their partner and say, hey, I like being with other people, or hey, I enjoy the company of other people. So instead of them being able to have an open and honest conversation, they just go and seek that validation without, approval or that conversation with their partner. It's like you just start sneaking and you can't keep it real.
Right. So how long you and who actually brought the poly thing up in y'all relationship?
So that's a great question. I actually bring it up.
Okay.
The reason why I bring it up to my husband is because I'm actually bisexual.
Okay.
So I like females and I like males, and I wanted to discuss with my partner because I honestly feel like even if, people think that if a female has sex with another female, that it would not be considered cheating. Whereas if you're in a relationship or you're married and you're having sex with anybody outside of your partner, it's still cheating, whether it's a female or a male. So I talked to my husband. I was like, hey, it is what it is. This is the stuff I like. I like this stuff prior to you. But prior to us getting married, we also had this conversation. So we went into our marriage with, open understanding about what, we both like. So, okay. It was able to work out a whole lot better.
Okay, so I seen on Facebook before you and Jono got into a relationship, you was married to an older guy. Did he like this type of stuff?
He did not. So weirdly, I'm just keeping it real. He was not per se wanting to be open with poly. Mm-hmm. He wanted to just, you cheat, I cheat, no nobody know.
Yeah, and
that type of thing.
Yeah, okay.
And then he thought because he was older than me that he could just, take advantage of the situation. Like, no, if you cheat, I'm going to cheat back.
Right. And I see my boyfriend is older, so they definitely are. Older men and younger guys are on two different type of times. So
definitely. When
you being considered, if you young and you like older guys, honey, I love my man, but listen, y'all, think about this thing. Younger dudes, I don't know. Younger dudes I don't know. They just ain't really been like my cup of tea for real, because they don't never really have their shit together. You got to really come across somebody who just probably, I guess, like raised right and already kind of like adult or was raised fast for them to already just be like, okay, this what I know that you need, or be able to be a provider or whatnot. But yeah, so moving on. Okay, you said he was your ex. He wasn't into all it or whatever. So moving on, when you got married or whatever, and you told John, okay, well, this type of stuff you like. Was he just like, he was scared, or he eventually just like came on into it? Because this the stuff that we want to know. Because this apparently it's working for y'all, because y'all still in a relationship. Y'all been married for 3 years. So it's doing something.
Right. So going in, he was kind of scared. There were a lot of questions, like about being in pilot relationships. So we did like I would show him like different videos of established couples that's already in relationships. We did like a lot of video watching, research. It's actually a lot of Facebook groups and stuff like that on Facebook that I added him to, so he actually had conversations with other people. But the biggest concern for him was being in a poly relationship. Of course, there may be a male, there may be a female. You never know. You know, whatever that person prefers. Being poly just basically means that you have the ability to love more than one person.
Okay, so you just hit me on something because I'm thinking with a poly, you got to be. Well, no, I take that back because I did see something. It was one of my Facebook friends. She's in a relationship. He is in a relationship with her, and she has another boyfriend.
Right.
Whatever.
So that would be like a monopoly
Okay.
relationship where one person is poly, but the other person is fully monogamous.
Okay.
It's pretty common. Be
Yeah.
surprised.
I ain't. And they be saying I'm a Scorpio, and they be saying you a Scorpio, ain't you?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Okay, but your birthday in November. It's the end of November. Okay.
So I'm borderline.
Yeah, I was just about to say I be knowing the November birthdays. So and people love to say Scorpios are freaks and this, that, and the third. I am freaky, but I am not like it's a lot of stuff that I have not experienced, and I don't think I be wanting to experience. Like I'm so weird because like people be like, I say okay, I'm not gay, but I like to watch lesbian porn. And that's so crazy because like I'm just like, nah, I don't like girls, but the girls on the porn, they know what they be doing. I don't know what it is. But hey, judge your man. I'ma keep watching the girl porn. It just don't do it
That's
for
my
me with the
personal
men.
preference too.
Yeah, I can't. I'ma keep watching the girl porn. So y'all could just hey, that's me. So yeah, but yeah, okay, y'all see, it sound fun. And that sounds like that's what just keep y'all going, you know, sometimes because y'all got another person that y'all can, you know, go on to or, you know, talk to with him. So do you allow him to do stuff with her if y'all, okay.
I've actually watched and not
That
participated.
is lit. That is lit. I don't think I can do it myself because I'd be about to swing on the beach trying to share my man.
So it's more so about you can't do it like if you jealous or if you can look at your partner and be like, did he just touch this bitch? Or, you know, did he lick her coochie that way? You know, it'll never work. Like jealousy is the most common thing to why a poly relationship can't work. On both ends though. Yeah. Because when me and Jonathan have tried some stuff, Jonathan has gotten jealous. Like
no, we not doing it.
He didn't say nothing about it at that moment.
But
he addressed it after the fact.
Okay.
And then, but this was like kind of towards the very beginning of our relationship.
Okay.
Well, introducing the whole poly thing. When everything was kind of new to him, so he kind of didn't know what to expect. So now it's just like, whether it's a female or a dude, it's like, go for what you know. Oh. It ain't no jealousy or nothing like that.
Nothing like that. See, I'd be ready. I'd be like, yeah, you didn't do me like that. I'd be this type of person I am. I'm like a emotional thug or whatever. So I be in there like, no, bitch, I'm about to swing on you. I'm about to slang all this shit, about to break all this shit up. Cause
it ain't as bad as you think.
It probably wouldn't be. And my boyfriend, he'd always say, we gonna get us. I said, we ain't gonna get us shit. Cause I ain't gonna tell me you don't have to do nothing to her. She can just do no.
I'm telling you, it's a mind thing. And I tell people this. I'm like, when it comes to my relationship, my marriage, anything like that, I'm real open. I tell people this. A lot of people don't even understand. They in poly relationships. They don't even know they in poly.
And they don't even know it. Yeah, and that's
like your nigga leave your house and he go to the next bitch house. You might be the main bitch, but this the side bitch. But y'all in a poly relationship. You just don't know you poly.
Yeah,
but you poly.
You poly. Because he poly his ass on
right.
Back and forth. I poly his fucking legs off too. But, okay, that's so crazy. But, I mean, it sound lit. It sound lit. I ain't gonna lie because I like fun shit, but I just to be like, nah. After I been and looked to be like, nah, bitch, I can't do that. that ain't it. But so do you think that that's I ain't gonna say do you think that it's healthy because I mean y'all like I said y'all still being together and everything be all copacetic. So do y'all be like what would you consider it being what could make y'all think be like unhealthy?
So boundaries. Boundaries are a really big thing in our relationship. So when I refer to boundaries, if we have a third partner or whether it's female or a male, we have boundaries that we all set as a group. Mm-hmm. So one of my big boundaries, like the biggest boundary I have, is if we have a third party with whether it's a female or a male, I would ask that person to not have any outside partners. And the reason why is because it's so much shit going around. It's too many STDs going around. So if it's just the three of us, I want it to be just the three of us. When you cross that line, whether it's me or Jonathan or that third person to say, hey, I'm going to go have sex with this person, or I'm going to do something like that, then you crossing a boundary, and at that point, it's disrespectful.
Right.
Because this is what we agreed upon before anything even started. And then another thing, as far as me and Jonathan goes, is I love kids, but I ain't trying to be no stepmama.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's me too.
So I'm real big on like protection. Like,
yeah. So do y'all make them go? Well, of course, y'all. I'm sure that y'all made go. All y'all went to the doctor and all that.
Yeah, everybody is mutually tested. So
okay, yeah.
If you can't even come in my house if I even have a thought that you're nasty.
Exactly. I definitely get it because people do be nasty, and I mean they be filthy.
Yeah, and you can't really dictate. You know, if me and Jonathan live together, but you can't dictate what a person is doing when they're not around you.
Right, right.
They could be fucking Mary, Sue, and Jane. You don't know, and they come back to your house like, hey, I'm clean. But you don't know what the fuck they been doing.
Right.
We ain't doing that.
Definitely. Okay. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down on it. I'm trying to see, it was another question that I had. How... did he, okay, I'll say this. So has he ever come to you like, well, no, y'all already did this. With the friend and all that stuff. I had to get into that. I don't know. They had that just going around like that was just like, people gonna have their opinions anyway. But when you broke it down, I definitely was like, okay, because I was on Clubhouse that night, so I was just like, yeah, I get it. So what I guess everybody else wanted to know was, okay, was that Jonathan idea or your idea?
So it wasn't a thing of whose idea it was or, Jonathan idea, Brittany idea. It wasn't that type of thing. How the whole, and I'm not going to call that person's name, to keep the drama down.
Exactly.
But how that whole scenario came about is because prior to that particular situation, we had an Airbnb in which it was probably like 10 or 11 of my friends. Mm-hmm. And it was supposed to be a girls' night. But this particular night so happened to be Jonathan's birthday as well.
Oh, okay.
So all the girls agreed to allow Jonathan to come up there since it was his birthday. And I was supposed to be out celebrating his birthday with him, but I was a part of the girls' night too.
Okay.
So Jonathan ended up coming up there. Everybody got drunk. Everybody was high. And the girls' night basically turned into a big-ass orgy.
Oh, child.
But, I mean, you can only imagine what it went
Not
like.
You done did your head in the background.
You can only imagine what it went like due to the fact that it's probably like 10 or 11 females, but it's only one male.
That man ain't had enough meat for y'all, goddamn it, dog.
Oh, he definitely had enough meat, but it was more like honey packs, beans.
Y'all was just going.
Just a whole.
That was just a whole lot of fun up in there.
Yeah, it was. Now, don't get me wrong to say like, it was 11 females there, but Jonathan fucked all 11 girls.
Okay.
Because it definitely didn't go that way. Like, hell to the no.
He was getting pleasure.
It was more so like the people who we had, like 2 females that we had actually been around, like close friends. Okay. But, feel me, everybody was drunk. And I don't have, like, jealousy tendencies to be like, girl, you can't do that. You can't,
So you just let it ride, baby. Jonathan had a time.
Yeah, it was
night.
That was probably one of the
best
birthdays of his life. Like,
he ain't gonna never leave you for that. Shout out to Brittany for giving her man the biggest orgy of his life. Jono. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Jono. But yeah, okay. So we gonna tap on into get into a little more about what is required, y'all, to like have a healthy relationship. My input on that, and then I'm gonna get your input, Brittany. My input on like required to have a healthy relationship. I think everybody should be on one accord. I think it should be like a 50-50 thing. I think communication is key. I feel like you should communicate through everything because if you don't communicate, ain't nobody no fucking rocket scientist. Ain't nobody Miss Cleo. Ain't nobody no psychic. So like I feel like to keep the relationship healthy, always let me know what's on your mind. Like what's up, what's on your. I feel like if we each other's significant other, I don't feel like why it shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, why you can't come to me and tell me what's up or, you know, what's wrong with you or anything like that. I feel like that communication is like the top thing for a healthy relationship, because you can't really, if you don't know what's going on with your partner, then you really, it's just like you stuck it there. So what you think is required?
I think definitely communication, but I think the number one problem that people have is with communication is that a lot of people are scared of communicating certain things to their partner, worried about how their partner might feel. Like, prime example, I battled myself for a while with Jonathan, you know, knowing within, like, hey, I would have been in a pilot relationship, but this is what I want. So I battled myself, like, hey, how do you communicate this with your partner? So some people may feel like mentally they need to communicate certain things to their partners, but they may not know how to communicate, or the words. Like, especially in my case, who the hell, you know, go to their partner and be like, hey, I want to be in a pilot relationship, and this nigga looking at me like, the fuck do you mean?
like for real.
Yeah,
Because I would have been like, huh?
That can cause like certain shutdowns where, or in an instance where if you communicate something with your partner and you don't feel like your partner is receptive to what they're telling you, then that can cause issues too. Because I can tell you something, but that don't mean you're gonna understand what I'm saying or make a change. Prime example, if I say, let's say we having financial issues or whatever, or it's a situation where, you know, you won't keep a job. Like, you my partner, you won't keep a job or whatever. And I'm constantly saying, hey, I need you to get up and find a job. Hey, I need you to go to work. Whatever. At some point, it can cause a person to shut down. Like, I keep on telling you the same thing and you ain't listening. So it may not necessarily all the time be a matter of a person not communicating. They could be communicating, but your ass ain't listening.
You ain't listening.
Right.
I definitely get that. That's so big, because my boyfriend gonna kill me for talking about him on here, but he be like, I do be telling, sir, it's a broken record. I'll be like, I'm talking to a brick wall. Like, what are we doing? Hey, all right, over here. Can you say something? So, and I think it's most like it be having to do with a lot of men because they don't know how to express themselves. But my thing is, it's like, if you want it to be healthy, like, meet me halfway. I need you to be if I can compromise for you, please try to compromise for me. Or please, if I can put my stuff to the side, it might be some shit that you don't even like for real. But just because you love a person just that much, you willing to compromise that so y'all can be together. So I feel like if I'm telling you something, or, you know what I'm saying, it's something that I have a problem with and you can't change that, and you done told me stuff that you have a problem with and I've changed, or at least I've tried to change it, then that's a problem. Because, like, we ain't going to be on, that ain't going to be no common ground there. And I'm going to keep getting mad because, just like you said, it's like I can keep telling you something, but your ass ain't listening.
Right, but you got to think about it, too, from a different aspect, from a male point of view. And Jonathan had to actually sit me down and have this conversation with me. Society tells men, or have men under the impression that, you know, it's not okay to talk about certain things, or it's not okay to cry about certain things. So a lot of men are not as open based off of what, you know, they've grown up and heard other people say. Then, two, a lot of men are not as much as open to communicate because of past situations,
Right.
past relationships.
Right.
They might have been with a female that just didn't listen, didn't try to communicate, stuff like that.
So
then you get in a new relationship, and this person might be totally different than, you know, the previous person, but due to the fact that all of this stuff is still bottled up in you,
Right.
you can't communicate with the new person because you're holding on to what you had in your past relationship.
Yeah, and that make a lot of sense. And that's why I be trying to, me and my homegirl, we talk about, I can't listen to nobody that's not in a relationship, because, like, if you ain't in a relationship, or you ain't got no woman, you ain't got no man, you definitely can't tell me shit about my relationship, because you ain't got that.
Right.
But when me and my friends be talking, like, you know, just regular common girl talk or whatever like that, and you talking to them about relationship stuff like that, it be seeming like our asses will be going through like the same shit. You be like, damn, that's crazy. But you love your partner and stuff like that, y'all. So don't get on here and be acting like y'all don't be getting into it, or y'all don't have no bickering going on, because I cuss y'all asses out. But it's crazy, because I be like, damn, that shit sound just like him. Or she be like, yes, I don't understand it. And I just feel like, I be like, damn, we need to have a fucking intervention and sit their asses down and have everybody to go over this, because that's a lot of stuff that, just like you said, we don't understand from a man's standpoint, and they don't understand it from a woman's standpoint. But it's definitely true. I think that women, we definitely have more sense than them. They say that we hurt men worse, or that men hurt worse. I don't believe it, but
I do.
You believe we hurt them worse?
Yeah, because you got to think about it. One thing I've learned about a man is that when a man becomes in a relationship with a woman, for some strange odd reason, a man feels more entitled to his woman than that woman may feel towards him. And that's not to say that the woman might not love the man. At least you got to think about it. Women mentally, like, I've heard people say that when a woman cheats, she's cheating to look for love or validation because there may be something in her relationship that she's not getting from her partner. Whereas a man, they just think what they did. They don't really care. They just looking for
the next
place to bust a nut.
Exactly. I definitely.
So some men don't grasp the thought of.
And so when they do hurt, then they be hurt.
Yeah, but they feel entitled. Men feel like when they're in a relationship with a woman, like Jonathan, he didn't tell me, that's my pussy.
It ain't yours, it's mine.
Yeah, but that's how men mentality be. Like, this mine. So when you go out, you got to think about how men could be one-sided. A man and a woman could do the exact same thing. Let's say you and your boyfriend, for example. You go out and you cheat and you get pregnant. Mm-hmm. That nigga gonna leave you.
He gonna
because you bought that baby home and that's another nigga baby.
He gonna be gone so motherfucking fast. It's gonna make my head swim, his head swim, the baby head swim.
Right.
Everybody's head gonna be swimming because he's gonna be gone. But a woman,
on the other hand,
we'll take that nigga back.
We'll take that baby in and raise that baby and treat that child no different. So you'll never be able to get that same level of respect.
You ain't lying about that. I'm gonna have to call you on here for another set. I got a couple of damn topics, but you're not lying about that. That is so crazy because we definitely will. Let me tell you something. My oldest child, she's not my last two children's dad's daughter. So I went through a DHR situation and we ended up finding it out. So just imagine how he felt.
I did the same.
I promise you. I went through a DHR. My kids in DHR with basically my whole high school life, a whole part of my high school life. I didn't get my kids back till I think I was like, I may was like 18. I went through DHR like 5 years. But anyway, getting off the subject, he was not her dad. And so he, after, and we ended up, it's so crazy because we went through all that or whatever. He found out, of course, he was hurt. And I'm sorry, baby daddy. I'm sorry. I'm going to put it on national TV. I'm still sorry. You my dog. That's my dog. But I did hurt him and I did, I took that in because that was fucked up. That's fucked up. You don't do nobody like that. But in my defense, I was young and I had my baby young. And so it just happened like, her actual dad, her biological father, I had sex with him, and then me and him went in a relationship. When I went to high school, I met my last two kids' daddy, and we immediately started having sex. So I was already pregnant.
Right, but I mean,
that's like
we always
doing shit.
Like nobody can judge
people date back in that time, like bitches that didn't like me. They really they made a mockery, and it was fine because I still came up out of that bitch, and they still did. Them same bitches looking at this podcast right now, like, oh, that hoe still thriving. Yes, I am, bitch. Shout out to you, hating assholes. Anyway, but so we went in a relationship, and I had the baby or whatever, and moving on. Went through DHR situation or whatever. After he found out that my oldest child wasn't his way of grieving, he went out and had kids. So he still wanted. He was mad at me, but he still had that level of love for me because we grew up together. Like both of us grew up hard. Just a lot of stuff going on in our life. I won't say that because I love our folks, but like. We went through stuff, so we grew up together and it made our love strong for each other or whatever. So he still loved me or whatever. So he was mad. He went out and got a girl pregnant. He ended up coming right back to me, and I got pregnant with our last baby.
So do you think him going out and getting a girl pregnant was intentionally getting her pregnant, or do you think it was a situation that just, they had, sex and it just happened?
The first one, I think that it was intentionally because he was hurt. So he went and he vented and cried on her shoulder, blase, blase, blah. And they had the baby.
And them the type of bitches I don't like.
we ain't gonna get on that.
Yeah, I don't like them type of bitches because
And
first of all, you ain't finna come vent to me about another bitch. That's first of all. Second of all, in the event that you do start talking about another bitch, I'm finna send you back out my door to her, because if you come to my house, we not doing that unless you're my friend. Now, if you my friend or you my homeboy, and we had that type of relationship to where we can talk and we ain't got nothing going on, like we ain't fucking, we just friends, I'm all perfectly fine with talking to you about your, your shindig.
Yeah.
But if we fucking and doing all this, no, sir, I'm not gonna have a conversation with you about your other life. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because they was definitely dating each other or going, here and there or whatever. And so he was mad, like I said. He was hurt. He was upset. I can't blame him for that because that was fucked up, like I said. So that's in the event of me just circling back around to what you said. Like, we will take people back, because after he had that baby, we ended up getting back together. You end up having another baby and another baby. So after I found that out, I'm like, well, damn. Now I did one mistake now. Your ass gonna keep on. So that just, ended that. Cause I'm just, stop. Yeah, you ain't know how to stop. Like, damn, okay, I did that. And we was young, so, you know what I'm saying? Damn, let it bitch, okay, should we go through shit? But your ass you done went and you done had baby after baby. And I love my BM. I love my BM. Shout out to them. Shout out to the church. So we ain't on that type of time. Just tell the story, y'all. But it was just like, damn, you think I'm gonna still be with you after you didn't. I did what I did, and then you come back and you do what you do. I take you back. We have our baby. Then boom, you want to have a baby, and then another baby. So now you got 3 kids.
So here's my question about the whole scenario. So after he found out, the baby wasn't his, and he went, had another baby, and then y'all had a baby. Was it at any point, did you ever make him feel like the baby that he thought was not his, did he ever treat that child any different?
Girl, no, he still to this day.
Oh,
still to this day. And he gets mad. Her biological father gets mad when and when I look at it, like, I just tell my baby, I say, you blessed because you got 2 daddies. That's it.
Absolutely.
You blessed because you got 2 daddies, and everybody ain't got that.
Definitely.
Like, so that's how I just look at it as far as with that. But no, he never. When I say all of his folks, they still call me cuz. He definitely don't treat her no different. He gets mad when he don't even talk to her. She the oldest, because she was our first. So of course he was definitely very hurt about it. But like, he get upset when if they be acting like they busy, because he in prison now. So if they act like they busy, or she acting like she busy, he be like, man, listen, what Leah doing, or this, that, and the third. Like, he genuinely loves my baby, and I think that's why it hurt him so bad, because it was like 5 years after that.
Oh yeah, and then he put in that time.
He put in that time.
Emotional time for that baby.
Yes, he did. So he was like, and him and my baby still like, she don't look at no different. She calls her biological daddy. She call him daddy, and I'm fine with that. They both on daddy, yeah. and I'm fine with that. They fine with it. We all get along. But there was just, I ain't want to give y'all too much for y'all to be tapping all into me and Lil Brittany DHR like, bitch, because we ain't got it no more. But we were just touching bases on how that could affect relationships, because we will take men back after they have kids on us. Mm-hmm. But if we were to get pregnant on an outside relationship, they ready to leave. They definitely ready to leave.
Reciprocated.
It's not reciprocated, and we don't like that. We gonna put that on the table, since y'all want to put that out there. Why we can't do the same thing y'all do? I want to know that. Why we can't do the same thing y'all do? And that's that. I'm so weak. But yes, damn, that was a good touching point right there. That men, they can't reciprocate that same energy. And I want y'all to reciprocate that, and that ain't even with having a baby on nobody or nothing like that. We talk about relationships in general and keeping them healthy. Have that same energy. Y'all need to give us that same energy that y'all want us to give y'all. Like, even with being submissive, do you think that being submissive is do you think being submissive is healthy to a relationship?
Yes and no.
I agree.
And
Tell
the reason
me why your
yes is because I feel like this. A woman is naturally supposed to be submissive to a man.
Naturally.
Especially women that grew up in Christian homes.
Because they know
grandma in the kitchen cooking, raising the kids, granddaddy working, or mama and daddy. That's how it always went. But in this day and age, these niggas ain't worth submitting to. It's like relationships and marriages are no longer different. if I'm going to submit to you or you want me to be this wife or this, girlfriend that you want me to be, then give me a reason to submit to you. If your ass ain't going to work and I'm the source of income, or I'm raising all the kids with no help, then what the fuck am I submitting to you for? Nigga, you need to be submitting to me. Because I'm the one that's, making this happen. It's like a flow chart.
Definitely.
It's like a flow chart. The head and the tail. But there's space in between. And if it's a gap, if you allow a gap at any point, there's no being submissive. I'm not going to submit to anybody that does not give me a reason. First of all, I have to feel comfortable enough to be submissive to you. I need to feel like if you're my husband or you're my spouse or you're my boyfriend, you can lead me. But if I'm leading you,
you got to lead me.
Yeah.
You got that's my whole with being submissive, just like you said. Give me a reason to submit. Give me a reason to, don't just think, just like you said, if I'm pulling the load, why am I submitting to you? If you got to drive my goddamn car, I ain't submitting to you shit. Nigga, put my gas in my car and get my shit back over here when I motherfucking said, because you ain't doing that. And all that's what I think dudes be getting misconstrued with too, because they be want so much from a female, and y'all not even doing half of the stuff that you want a bitch to be submissive for. Don't do that. Because I've been to get to acting like burn y'all fucking ways to excel. Guess what, John? You're the motherfucking improper influence.
But
I don't play that.
You got to think about it. That goes both ways, too.
It do.
Because you got men that actually get up, they go to work, come home to a nasty-ass house. The kids ain't bathed. The kids ain't been taken care of. So in the male defense,
that's true.
It ain't just a situation where it's the women that's just like
they just
pulling the load. It's a lot of men that's pulling way too much, and a partnership or a relationship should be 50-50.
Definitely.
So when you got a person that's pulling 70-30 or 60-40, it's going to always be an imbalance.
Yeah, it's unbalanced. And that's why I always stress to my kids, because my boyfriend, he go to work all day. He going to work. So my kids automatically know, hey, when he touched the door, I don't need a fucking hair out of place.
Right.
He ready to come in the house. He ready to lay down. He ready to unwind. He ready to relax. So, and I always just preach that anyway, because I tell them that if we in here paying bills or we in here doing stuff, it's no reason why we even need to come in the house and anything is out of order or whatever. So that goes a long way in playing a relationship too, because some dudes that work so hard and then they have to be stepdaddy to these sorry ass females that been out all day or ain't did nothing, or you just think just because, you know what I'm saying, you go to work or, the little stuff that you do, that's okay. No, you have to put that's just like a key thing in a relationship. You got to make them feel wanted. You got to, you know what I'm saying, put forth that effort that you want the man to put towards you. So I always say that, put out that energy that you want a person to give you.
Yeah, but sometimes you could give a person too much energy to where it's detrimental to you.
Mm-hmm. And
you can invest so much of yourself in your spouse or your relationship to the point that you start hurting yourself because you're giving this person too much of your energy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to balance it out where I can be what you need to be, but I can also be what I need to be for me.
Right. That's what I this year, ever since I just been on my little journey and everything, I ain't been taking no shit from nobody. I ain't letting nobody drain me. I don't care who you is. I don't care what you got going on. Nothing. It's just, if it ain't helping me, if we ain't building or we're not coming together trying to execute a plan or doing anything to make our life better, make this relationship better, anything like that, I don't really want to be in tune with it. We need to be, I be on some type of time, that's a part of being in a healthy relationship too, or keeping a healthy relationship. Pray together, go to church together, get your mind right. I have to go to church. I got to go to church. Sundays are my days, are how I reset. Because if I don't go to church and reset, or if I don't go to church, I'm going to watch it virtually. Because I'm going to get the word. If I don't even watch it all the way through, I'm going to watch it to the tithing part so I can get my part and then I get off of it. It don't even matter. But I have to get that in my system for me to even push out what I want to push out with the relationship with my kids, my man, whatever. Because healthy relationships, y'all, is not just about, you being in a relationship with a person. Healthy relationships are healthy relationship with your friends, your kids, everybody who around you. It should be a healthy relationship. It don't matter what type of relationship that you have with them. I can't stress that to my kids enough, to my boyfriend enough. everybody in my household, some days they probably be like, this bitch too jolly in here. But that's the only energy that I want to push off into y'all. Because if we coming around each other and my energy is off, y'all energy gonna be off.
Right.
So that's not carrying a good relationship. That's not giving us what we need to be successful or even go on through the day. Like even with you got, because how many kids you got, Brie?
I have 4.
You got 4.
I have 4 biological, and then I have Jonathan's kids, but they mine too.
Okay. How many kids? So that's
Total
how many
we have
total?
7.
7. Okay. Yeah. And so this round about how many? Yeah, it is with us now. 6. But because my other 2 stepchildren, they grown shit, one on my age. But that's with everything. And see, like with your relationship with them kids probably just automatically. They just take to you and probably call you mama, or you know what I'm saying? They always want to be around, just stuff like that. So it's not always with a relationship or man or woman, y'all. Just always practice having a good relationship regardless of what's going on. You don't want to not have a good relationship with whatever. And so that's really like the most important thing, I think. So with y'all, as far as like with the relationship that you have with his kids and stuff like that, it's like were y'all did they just come in welcoming, or like was it in? How old are your kids and his kids?
So my kids are 9, 6, 5, and 3.
Oh, okay, you got a little baby.
So a weird thing is just a synopsis of it, small portion. Jonathan has actually been around my kids since they were babies because he was actually my best friend.
Okay.
Before we got in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
So the kids were already familiar with him. Now it was an adjustment because they went from calling him Uncle Jono, being that he was my best friend, to like now we're in a relationship and we're married. So it's now he's dead. Mm-hmm. And 2 of my kids' dads are actually dead. So he's the only dad they know.
Okay.
But as far as his kids are 15, 5, and I think 7.
Oh, okay, so he got a big baby too.
So the 15-year-old, me and her that's like my mini best friend.
Okay.
Like she reminds me so much of me, like her attitude, her demeanor. Like we have a really, really good relationship. And, in the beginning it was kind of like baby mamas. Like, I'm going to keep it real. Like, when, I'm trying to see how I can say this without coming off
harsh.
Yeah. So, prior to me, I ain't going to say baby mama. I'm going to say the people who he were in relationships with.
Okay.
Like, conversations that I've had with his 15-year-old, she was, in her eyes, her daddy was a hoe. Like, this is what she told me.
Females
She saw different females. She was always around different females. They going to the movies with different females. Like, most of the women that which is his fault. And I hope he hear me. It was your fault.
Because he gonna watch it because you want it.
But he introduced her to so many women. So it wasn't a sense of stability there in her eyes because she's like, damn, when my daddy gonna settle down? Okay. So when me and him actually got together and when we got married, it was one of those things to like, is they serious? Like, is this the person that he's really going to be with? So once she saw that, hey, I ain't going nowhere, he ain't going nowhere, it was like she just opened up and it was a totally different. So now me and her relationship is like perfect. Like she called me at school. I got her location. I know her every move. Like she don't do nothing without calling me. Like even when she come on her period, I'm the person that she has those conversations with. Okay. Like I'm her go-to person. Right. And I'm glad that she is comfortable enough to come to me. Even though she does have her, her biological mom, her mom is in the picture and stuff like that. But, just like in your situation, your baby has 2 dads. In her situation, she has 2 moms.
Okay. And I go with it. All right, y'all. So we're going to wrap it up. And this episode is brought to you by Start Fresh Credit Solutions. Y'all can get in touch with Chantel. Y'all know I always fuck her name up on every fucking episode. I can never get together. But Chantel, the flyer is going to be up at the end of this episode, y'all. I stay fucking it up. But y'all, give a round of applause for Brittany because that was so good. Yay! Y'all going to enjoy this episode because y'all little nosy mother... Y'all was waiting on her to get on here. And now we got her. Don't be asking, can she come back so y'all can get into her business unless y'all trying to, what you be doing, Brittany? CPN? I can't even say that.
Yeah.
Lock
I
that
be
part
getting
out.
that's how I be getting that homeless ass somewhere to stay.
Yeah. Just we'll say that. He could cut that part out, Gary. Oh, Jesus, Gary said, no, he like, Gary is slyway messy, y'all. I'm going to just let y'all know that he enjoys these segments.
Yeah.
But yes, y'all, I'm so glad that y'all tuned in to another episode of 3's Company. Next week, I think that I'm going to try to go ahead and get started. Our company and cocktails, y'all, we're going to have 3's Company tumblers for sale. I'm going to put them on there. I'm going to have them on the next episode, y'all. So I'm going to have probably like 5 of them if anybody want to buy one, a 3's Company tumbler. So when you come on here, you can have your own tumbler. We can drink, we can sip, we can chat, whatever. But yeah, I'm going to bring it on now. $25. But yeah, I love y'all. I can't say nothing else. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.